FanDuel Sports Network. Mind you, the Heat won.
And you'll see for the Timberwolves, no.
And look, next man, Cleveland, a game ago with that type of mentality.
Our officials are Kevin Scott, Kevin Cutler, and Brandon Schwab. Off we go. Larson. Well, Mike Conley, the veteran point guard, 18th year in the league. He's defended by Tyler Hero, and boy, did the Heat miss Hero's offense in that close loss to Cleveland a couple of nights ago. Julius Randle, the former Knick, guarded by Kevin Love. Randle, the left-hander, first year with Minnesota.
Coming off a near triple-double, he was one assist short a game ago against Charlotte.
Randle had missed 13 February games with a groin strain. His return to health, a big key for them. Same for DiVincenzo as the Minnesota defense gets it back for them. And this is the terrific superstar Anthony Edwards. Now Naz Reid triples 15 points a game this year.
They're really playing well with Gobert out too.
Down the season.
Good active cut there, and Hero delivering that pass as Bam's man stepped up to guard him on the downhill drive.
Conley coming in. So Mike Conley, 37 years old, averaging 8 points, 4.5 assists per game, and is top 5 in assist turnover ratio in the league.
Amazing. Seems like he's been around forever. It's his 18th season.
Mitchell short, got it back, and then had it picked off by Conley. This is Randle. Naz Reid, second try at a 3. This one, Rick Davion Mitchell. 2-point lead early for Minnesota. Bam draws the foul, and with the last 19 games, he's averaging 20.
Is his efficiency at the he did earlier in the year. Since February, over 14 games, he's about 77%. He's converting at the rim, and that really, allows him to score easier points and give him some momentum in those other shots.
McDaniel's miss taken down by Hero, and the Heat and Timberwolves are even at 7, 2.5 minutes in. Mitchell attacking. Love a corner 3. Off great boom. Chabu had 10 points and 6 rebounds in his last start in 16 minutes at Cleveland. Conley.
Matchup there on the switch. Kevin Love stuck on the speedy Mike Conley, who takes advantage of the 3.
Sutton gets it back. Reid comes out to get him. Bam drives by him and then missed. Game tied at 10. Randle on the move. Randle
is effectively very unique as a guy at 6'9", 255 pounds who can put it down on the floor and create off the dribble.
With Tyler Hero working against Julius Randle with a left-hand drive. Larson from deep. This the 7th time in his career he's had at least 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists in a game. So he's done it 7 times in his career, 3 of those occasions this season. Those are terrific numbers. Nice wraparound by Conley to Randle. Working against Love with a step back. And Boo Adebayo. Tyler matched up with Anthony Edwards here. Edwards hasn't had a shot yet. He hasn't touched the ball yet. Mitchell with 6 on the 24. Conley almost got another steal. 2 to shoot. Hero off one leg. Bounces off, hand fighting, gets it back. Bam, dotted line. It rolls.
2 of 4, he's got 6 points and a couple of boards.
Game even at 12, 4.5 minutes in. Conley wraps it back to Reid. Gets by Bam, kicks it out. And that's a TNBA now with 200, and actually that was not Edwards. It was McDaniels. Excuse me, McDaniels out of the corner. 84 triples for him. That's Love. Rims out. Edwards with the ball. Timberwolves lead at 15-12. Randle. And Love had an outlet quickly. So you remember and you rely on those Love rebounds and outlets. Here's K. Love for 3. Kaboom. Here in his 9th start of the season. So the game tied now at 15.
What a nice start for Kevin Love, really playing off Bam, being more the outside guy and making the Wolves pay with that triple.
Edwards, Anthony's first score of the game. The score 27.5 points per game. That's top 5 in the league as Hero turns it over. Edwards looking deep for Randall. And the Wolves half behind Miami. Atlanta just 1 game behind the Heat, although those two teams are separated by 2 in the loss column. Heat right now holding 7th in the East.
Hero, them need Tyler Hero. Missed the last game with that head cold in Cleveland, but need his firepower, need the threat of what he does on the offensive end to keep the defense honest.
John Davion Mitchell gets the first crack at defending Edwards. It's a tough task. DiVincenzo is in for Minnesota. That's Edwards, a corner 3, and it ricochets out to Pelle Larsson. Larsson making the 2nd start of his rookie year, the 19th different lineup used by the Heat. 6 games in a row they have had a different line rebounds. He started each of the last 2 games very well. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is checked in for the Timberwolves. Here's Pelle driving past Nas Reed. Bam follows it up. And then Bam got stripped from behind by Alexander Walker. We're going to get a John advantage and already 5 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, so important to win those extra possessions. Look at the ref getting in the way.
Kevin Cutler twice setting great screens.
The big man.
Hero thought about teeing up a deep one. Kicks it out to Highsmith from the corner. And the rebound comes down to Edwards, the 3rd-year All-Star out of the University of Georgia. Here's Edwards working against Larsson. Double team comes from Hero, who deflected it out of bounds.
Go to that 2-3 zone when Duncan comes in. Change the look here for the Wolves.
He replaced Pelle Larsson. Edwards for 3. He missed it. Rebound to Nas Reed. He missed it. And Bam comes away with it. John, Eric Spoelstra very happy with the way the zone defense performed in Cleveland just 2 nights ago.
Yeah, it felt like it was a big part of the reason why Miami was going.
Far corner. 59 trays this year for the 4th-year guard out of Baylor. By the way, he won a national championship as a Baylor Bear back in 2021. Game tied at 20.
Well, these 2 guys on the top of that 2-3 zone, Haywood Highsmith and Davion Mitchell, cover a lot.
Nickeil Alexander, guy shooting a career-high 40% from downtown this year. They're a very good 3-point shooting team as Hero came up empty. And Dante DiVincenzo, 7th year out of Villanova. 1st year with the Timberwolves. Cross court. DiVincenzo chased off the line. Back to the rookie Shannon. He'll fire. And hit. The 10th triple of his out of Illinois. Chicago native. 26-20 Minnesota. They have already tripled 6 times. 6 out of 10. They're one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the league. Highsmith missed it. DiVincenzo with a rebound. Timberwolves 5th in makes and attempts. They average 15 made threes on just under 40 attempts a game. Big part of the game. Ball swings well for the Timberwolves. And then Alexander.
They want to play. They've been instrumental in good moments. Hopefully some more good moments for them going forward, John Crotty and Eric Reed.
Thank you. Matter of fact, Highsmith this year starting a career high 39 times. Robinson coming off the bench in his 11th straight. Missed it off the bank. And it's down to Anthony Edwards. 2:10 left here in the 1st quarter. DiVincenzo missing the long one, and Highsmith runs out of there with a rebound. Jaquez underneath. Bottled up by Alexander.
The initial catch, but able to get that up. He plays so strong going to the basket.
He had missed the last 3 games with the ankle injury. Here's Reed in the post against Kyle Anderson. DiVincenzo over Anderson. Good help by Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson was loved and respected by Chris Finch when he played for Minnesota. That's a rebound to Edwards off the hard miss by Robinson. Minute 22 left in the 1st. Edwards breaks free and scoring lead.
Yeah, he really is dynamic when he's going to the basket. I would tell you, I think he's much more dangerous doing that. He's been excellent beyond the arc, but he takes a lot of threes, and he'll miss those too.
Your veteran out of Michigan. It's a 3-point game. It's Miami's 4th tray of the 1st quarter. Randall's nice spin move. Lost control. Now word from Starr. Left in the 1st quarter.
Miami lead ample. They just don't commit stupid fouls and put opponents on the free throw line.
Jaquez spinning in the paint, back to Anderson. Hooking over Randall, and Randall wins and the board. DiVincenzo got that when he was on a Villanova team that won the 2018 national championship with a 17-point win against the Wolverines of Michigan.
That's his role for this Timberwolves team, making those threes. 39% from their high pick and roll. You got to go over the top and run him off that line.
That's their biggest lead of the first quarter. They're ahead by 8 with 8 seconds left in the period. Mitchell with a flip. Bounces off. Comes Alexander Walker. He beats the clock. And comes
to that first quarter.
And we open the second.
As much as I'd love to see the chart, I think Coach Finch wanted it.
I'd forgotten about the block charge thing. You just labeled Kevin Scott the best articulator in the league. He's ruffled a lot of officiating feathers around the association.
It's okay. I think he does a good job. I like it.
No, you said the best job.
Good.
Here's Payne. Jab stepping and
has been an absolute difference maker for Bam. That jab step sets it up. He fakes with the right foot, backs the defense, making that at a high level.
Kyle Anderson on the Heat foul as Conley pitches out. Long three for Reed and a long rebound for Bam Adebayo. Well, the Heat down by 7. Minnesota's biggest lead has been 9. The Heat's biggest lead has been 3. Oh, from behind, knocked away by Alexander Walker. Leads to a breakout. Dante DiVincenzo. Minnesota shooting 54%. Right now the Heat are at 37%. Terry Rozier enters the game for the first time tonight. Duncan maneuvering to his left. Bam with 5 on the shot clock. And that one comes in. He has 6 points and 6 rebounds. Kyle Anderson picking him up. Made him pass it out to Alexander Walker. And DiVincenzo gets it back deep in that corner. Landed right in the lap of Robinson. A couple minutes in, second period. Terry Rozier, top side to Anderson. Kyle's pass picked up by Conley.
Playing him pass right now. Kyle Anderson has to be more aggressive, looking to score in those scenarios. They're playing the passing lane.
Edwards back to Conley, the left-hander, misses on the 3. 17 of their 27 attempts have been from 3. Jaquez stripped by.
He's a cousin of
Utah, and finally to Minnesota. Scored 20 points in their recent win Tuesday against Philly. Bam with a
straight line drive. Really was able to face up, find a seam, and boy, went right on top of the rim there.
High post Reed over to Conley on the wing. Deflected and stolen by Kyle Anderson. Anderson, like a utility infielder, does a lot of things well. Double team on Bam. Open 3, Jaquez Jr.
Sure.
8:49 remaining here in the first half. Alexander Walker secures another Heat rebound. Hero back in, sends it out to Rozier. Splits the D. Got right to the rim and came up empty. Alexander Walker on the move. From a dotted line, he knocked all 65 games this year for the Wolves. Again, a 9-point lead. What a steal that was. Clark, Jalen score on.
Julius Randle back in that starting lineup the last 4 games. He has 8 points thus far. John Crotty and Eric Reed will send it back to you for the rest of the second quarter.
Thank you, guys. I'm right there with Coach Rossi, and the Timberwolves defense has been outstanding. They got 5 blocks, 4 steals, and they're holding the Heat to 34% shooting in the first half. Defense wins. Hero on the turn, way off, and the rebound comes down to Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah, Tyler has just not been able to get in sync. 1 for 5 with just 1 assist, and he missed that last game and just doesn't seem to be in any kind of offense.
Like that, if you play and you don't play as well because you're not feeling good, people forget about that. Pull of the night, it cuts the deficit to 8. Conley, kaboom.
The defense there, and understand scouting report-wise, Michael Conley just too good a three-point shooter at almost 40%. You got to go over top of those side pick and rolls.
Conley has 8 points already. He averages 8 a game. Bam missed point, second quarter lead. Timberwolves' best they've been this year is 7 over 500. Right now they are 6 games over. Randall working on the smaller Davion Mitchell. 4 on the shot clock. Conley gonna let it go. And the long rebound batted away by Highsmith. He took that away from the waiting hands of Julius Randle. Tyler, kaboom, and made 3.
That's how good he is and how quick it can change. On the move, no dribble, just catching and firing out beyond the arc for his first triple.
Tyler Hero, a man who has tripled in his last 100 games for the Heat. A staggering 3-point numbers for Tyler. Oh, from behind, what a steal that was. Raylan Clark with a great defensive play. And they don't capitalize on the missed layup. Rebound comes down to McDaniels, though. What a play that was by Clark defensively, though. Wide open 3, Alexander Walker. Well, the Heat dodged a few scares on that possession. Down by 8. Here comes Hero with a flip to Highsmith. Kaboom!
And does a nice job finishing around the rim, so they missed that component as well.
He's missing Ware. They're also missing Wiggins. Niko Jovic out with a broken hand. That's Randall. He misses. Rebound, Mitchell. He's playing a little bumper cars with DiVincenzo to get that loose ball. Heat trailing by 5. 5 minutes left, first set. Hero on a drive, a flip. Oh, Bamtran could not hang in the air long enough. Randall. Mitchell ran out. McDaniels missed it. Down his 7th rebound of the half. Going deep for Tyler. Oh!
Mitchell ran Julius Randle off that 3-point line. Wolves stuck with a quick short arm baseline shot there. So pretty good. Miami starting to lock in here.
DiVincenzo, another triple this year with a toe injury. Tonight's his 6th game back. He's averaging almost 15 points per game in his last 5. So having DiVincenzo and Randall healthy again, John, gives Minnesota a chance to ramp it up before the postseason.
Yeah, so much more offensive fire. DiVincenzo's got great range too, E, and that was a 26-footer he hit on that last possession. The Miami's defense predicated on protecting the paint. It's hard to stretch that far out away and contest shooters.
John talked to a lot. Oh, DiVincenzo from Biscayne Boulevard. Rebound. Talked to a lot of Minnesota people tonight, John, that gauge their feeling, but I wanted to ask you your thoughts on the Karl-Anthony Towns trade to the Knicks, bringing in DiVincenzo and Randall.
Yeah, look, I think they lost a huge weapon in Karl-Anthony Towns. I mean, he gave them the ability to score inside and out, real physical presence inside as well. You know, I think it's really been a better trade for the Knicks overall, but some of that's health this year. Both those guys, DiVincenzo and Randall, missed a lot of games, but I think a lot of that was Minnesota looked at the fact that financially going to have to pay out even more money, and that was a lot of that decision was financial. It wasn't just talent driven.
That was 3 years ago. This is his 3rd year with the Timberwolves. That was the sort of the beginning of the end of the Towns here in Minnesota.
Good point. And, you know, really changed the dynamic of their team, made them very defensive oriented, but started a defensive mentality and ID that they bring. But again, to play him with Karl-Anthony Towns, that was really an awkward way, or sort of counter to the way the league was going, and it worked out, getting them ultimately to a conference final.
Yeah, they made it to game 5 when they was turning in. He has 12 points and 9 rebounds. Miami's within 2 after twice trailing by 11 in this first set. Anthony Edwards.
He's been quiet. He's been off the ball so much. Heat doubling him nicely there. He just can't get any touches and in rhythm.
Nice plug. Edwards and Randall both sharing. Minute 50 left, second quarter, a 4-point Minnesota lead. Bam, again, triple teamed, he scored again. And that's his 3rd and win. That's Bam Adebayo's story, the 15.9 rebound half. That man, a great leader in every way, on and off the court for the Heat. The most popular teammates in the league. 1-point lead for Minnesota. Minute 30 left here in the second quarter. Edwards against Highsmith could not get a shot off. McDaniels does and misses. DiVincenzo darting in for the rebound. McDaniels stripped on a steal by Tyler Hero. Pella, yes, second quarter.
Great steal by Tyler Hero. Starts that break and gives Miami numbers with Pella able to finish.
inside, McDaniel.
Well, they worked on that in their shoot around. They went right to the high post and then found the cutter on the baseline.
Hero, kaboom! It's a 20-7 Heat run to lead it 52-50. Reed got it. Now it's quarter for Reed. Good game. 20 for 45 shooting. Oh, Mitchell got past his man, the rookie Clark, but missed on the line. Anthony Edwards, a top 5 scorer in the league this year. At almost 28 points per game, he only has 6 here in the first half. Shot clock at 5. Here comes Edwards. Into the corner and out of bounds. With 5 seconds left, Bam having trouble with DiVincenzo in the Bam. 1 second left, he fires a 3. And it's on 1-9 shooting in a December loss to Golden State.
It just took 5 shots, so Miami's done a really nice job between their man-to-man and their zone of double teaming him and keeping him out of the mix.
Breaking story, Anthony Edwards. Thick behind a red-hot Golden State team. A Golden State team that beat Minnesota 3 out of the 4 matchups. So they need to finish ahead of Golden State to get that spot. Heat in the 2-3 zone. 4 on the shot clock for Randall. Lost it, got it back, and scored. 4 years with the Lakers, 1 with the Pelicans, and then the last 5 seasons with the New York Knicks. And John, you just get the feeling he was underappreciated in almost every stop.
Need to continue to put pressure at that point guard position on Mike Conley.
Reed Euro stepping on Bam, but missing, and the Heat have a chance to take the lead. Inside, Bam.
That delivers reliable.
Out of these clubs. That was early in the season. Back on the 10th of November, a 1-point Heat win in Minneapolis. We're going to sweep the season series for the first time in 8 years. Heat have a 1-point lead. Pill, originally from Stockholm, Sweden. Sure, he played some soccer in his time. Here's Conley driving to the paint for the runner. It gets tapped out, and it winds up with Conley. Open spot from the wing, and he drilled Mike Conley out of Ohio State. Good pick way back in 2007. 1-point Minnesota lead. Our 9th lead change of the game. We're 2 minutes into the 3rd. Bam bulldozing Reed. Now the turnaround. It bounces. Here comes Reed starting for the injured Rudy Gobert. Good closeout by Kevin Love. Conley, oh, great footwork. And he that long, you know some tricks. Even though he's averaging a career low this year at 8 points per game, still an impactful player who has a dozen points tonight.
Well, he just does a great job of keeping them organized. Still incredibly athletic for a guy in his 18th season. And he's got the speed when he needs it. He's become a much better 3-point shooter over the course of his. Don't forget, he became an all-star back in 2021 after a long time without ever getting there. 3-point lead for the Timberwolves. Almost 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter, the Heat back in their 2-3 zone. Conley back to DiVincenzo, who started this half for Edwards. Nice pass on the. Daniels is so long lurking around that basket. He's 6'9" with an incredible wingspan there, able to catch and finish right on top of the basket.
He's having a good year, averaging 12.5 points per game in his 5th NBA season. Larson short from 3.
To McDaniels too, with Gobert out. He's been a guy who's really stepped up offensively for them, scoring the basketball at a much higher level. 29 points in their last. I said he's got a great last name. Look at you. Come on the uptake.
A little slow on the uptake. 9 straight points for Minnesota. Hero, he's got 13 points. He has tripled 3 times in 3 tries. Maybe on Mitchell with the set-up pass. That's the 6th assist of the game for Mitchell. Highsmith in defending Randall. This is Conley, an open 3. And
This Randall can do too. He can really great double teams. He's got 6 assists now. He's leading their entire team in assists.
Thrown lob. He'd have cut the lead to 6. Bam has 18. DiVincenzo bombs away from downtown. Bam dislocates and took it himself. That's his 10th rebound, so Bam comes up with his 33rd double-double of the year. 3 he wanted to foul. Down the other end, no, deep in.
Not a good scenario for Miami. Defensive transition, you got to get back, make or miss. Easy run-out score there for the Timberwolves.
8-point lead for Minnesota. 5 minutes into the second half. Bam going to work. Got fouled by Nasr.
Here we go, taking those three. That forces defense to have to come out farther to guard him, and with his quick speed and dynamic attack, makes him that much more dangerous getting on top of the basket.
A 20-point, 10-rebound game for Bam. A 6-point lead for Minnesota. Vincenzo attacking the zone and rolling up.
There, he got away with it. Good hard take, but wow.
Bam wants it against Randall. Good over. Shift happens.
Good confidence.
Here's Hero. Larson for three. By Randall on the run. That's his 8th board. Larson out there with DiVincenzo. Into Randall. Triple team turned it over. Davion Mitchell. Nice flip. Highsmith. Back out to Larson. Ooh, that would have been. Highsmith got it back. Hero pump faking. Now fires. The crowd moan and groan. The Heat down by 8. They could have used that. 5:40 left, third quarter. DiVincenzo. Out at 33 first quarter points. They've made 9 of their first 12 shots in this quarter. They've outscored the Heat in the third, John, 21-10.
Yeah, they've really been able to get to their game, making it a lot tougher for Miami again with their defense.
Bam Adebayo on the high post. 20 points, 10 rebounds tonight for Bam. Hero behind his back. Back to the captain. He'll fire a contested three. Heat need a jolt. They get a steal from Robinson. A three. Yes! Gotten it 2 lightning bolts in a row from downtown to cut the lead to 5. A steal by Hero off full court pressure. Bam with the slam. Game right here on FanDuel Sports Network. Anthony Edwards. Out it goes to the rook and the game.
He looks comfortable out there from shooting that 3 ball as a rookie. And boy, Edwards with his 4th assist.
Hero on a keeper. Oh, it's off. Great resolve and imagination. Eric Spoelstra.
Typically likes to hold that challenge to the 4th quarter unless he's 100% sure.
Highsmith with another foul. Robinson, by the way, 11 points. Pretty good off their bench. He has 6 points tonight. A 7-point Minnesota lead with 3:50 left in the third. Robinson bouncing for Mitchell. Good catch by Tyler off one leg.
Oh, the floater. Can score from anywhere. You know, he is not limited out beyond the arc or at the rim. He's got that pull-up game. He's just tried to shoot less of those this year, but very comfortable in that area.
John, the Heat staying with his 2-3 zone. It's working. Highsmith leading it, getting it back and putting it in. 3-point Minnesota lead.
Great pass, too. Mitchell just throwing it up high. Only Highsmith could go get it there with the right hand.
Mitchell's 8th assist for Miami. 8 on the shot clock. Randall back to Edwards. Edwards has not been aggressive since coming back in. He'll fire a contested 3 and miss. Hero snatching down that rebound. Hitting ahead for Highsmith. Made the catch.
Coach Finch would love to call another timeout here, but he just can't afford to. Momentum staying strong on Miami's side.
Here comes Tyler Hero, a chance to put Miami back in front. Bam against Edwards. The cutting Hero. Got it! A 16-4 Heat run. 16-4. A steal. Highsmith catching up to it. Throwing it down. 3-point Minnesota lead. The Heat settle back into that 2-3 zone with Highsmith and Davion Mitchell on the top. Bam, a great communicator on the back line. Picks up Conley as he drives through. Minute 45 left, third quarter.
More spacing, short clock.
Alexander Walker got it. Star has 9 points. He ties this game at 80. 9th tie. Game's had 10 lead changes. Home crowd enjoying it here. We hope you are in your house. 8 on the shot clock. Hero splits the double team. Gets by Bam, but right to the rim. Edwards. In and out. I think that's his first shot of the second half. Bam has the rebound for the Heat. Still tied at 80. That was actually his second shot of this quarter for Edwards. Mitchell wide open. And Anthony Edwards comes down with his 9th rebound of the game. Shannon Jr. Oh, he was all in. Great defense, triggering transition offense, a couple of quick threes. The Heat are right back in this thing. Mitchell colliding with Cotton. And that's going to be a moving screen.
Mitchell going out. He's played 32 minutes right now on the top of that zone. He and Highsmith have been doing wonderful work. They're forcing those turnovers, making things confusing for Minnesota.
So Rozier is in for Davion Mitchell. Eric Spoelstra commended Rozier for his defensive work in the 2-3 zone at Cleveland. There's Terry grabbing the rebound. Tied at 80 with 8 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's been a terrific game between the Heat and the Timberwolves. Rozier. Bam. Got it off. No, he didn't. Got the Heat back in this game. We begin the fourth quarter. All tied at 80 and Hockey. Bam Adebayo opening this fourth quarter. 25 points and 10 rebounds. Naz Reid. And Bam runs down his 11th rebound. Well, Bam carrying the torch for the Heat. That's what captains do. Meanwhile, Anthony Edwards through 3 quarters, John, 6 points, 9 rebounds, just 2 of 7 shooting for a guy who averages 27.5 points a game and over 20 field goal attempts a night. Rozier, kaboom! He has really struggled from 3. He was 2 for his last 20 from downtown before that splash. That gives Miami a 5-point lead, which is their biggest lead of the game.
Edward himself here in the fourth. You're going to see him forcing the effort when he can, and boy, that one looked good beyond the arc.
Duncan, DiVincenzo right there in his hip pocket. Dante, a very active defender. 5 on the shot clock. Robinson cutting in, leaning in, got fouled. Morgan and Morgan. And 12 of the last. Miami has a 3-point lead with 10.5 minutes left.
Look, he's an outside shooter by trade, a sharpshooter, and you're not going to get many calls if you're taking a lot of 3-point shots. He went to the basket there and threw 2 free throws.
Edwards pitching into the corner. McDaniels short. Rebound, suction cup rebound for Bam, his 12th of the game. Bam's the number 13 rebounder in the league this year at 10 rebounds even per game. That's a reach-in foul. About 6.5 minutes left in that game. Eric Spoelstra.
Keep people out. He just continues to inspire this team and keep them competitive.
By the way, Minnesota 3 early team fouls, 2 minutes into this fourth quarter. Bam. Oh, he broke through, and guess what? 9th straight loss for Charlotte. The lead would be a 13th straight win for the best team in the league this year, the 53-10 Cleveland Cavaliers. 3 on the shot clock for Jaquez. Bouncing into Highsmith. Oh, it rolled off. DiVincenzo. Miami has a 3-point lead. 9.5 minutes left. Edwards guarded by 2 defenders on that possession. McDaniels driving on Jaquez, and he put it in.
Yeah, really upped his field goal attempts to almost 15 field goal attempts a game with Gobert out. He has been getting the bulk of the minutes in the front court for Minnesota.
Duncan Robinson done with her challenges tonight. If you're unsuccessful on the first, that's all you get. DiVincenzo for 3. And Rozier in the game, flying in for that rebound. Rozier, Robinson, Anderson, Larson, and Hero for the Heat. Anderson got his first score of this game to put the Heat in front by 3.
Good hard cut there. Duncan finding him on the move.
Oh. Originally from Riverside, California. Former Naismith Defensive Player of the Year as a UCLA Bruin. He's originally on a 2-way contract, signed for the rest of the season recently. Larson bounces off, right back to him. 8 minutes left. The Heat ahead by 1. Hero bobbled it. Oh, the Heat. Third foul on Jalen Clark. Oh, for 11. Underline this moment. 7:50 left in the game because Minnesota is over the limit. The Heat in the bonus. Miami is yet to commit a team foul here in the fourth quarter. Nasri cut off, threw it right into the hands of Robinson. Rozier could not make the catch. Edwards was out of bounds. 9 points, 9 boards, 5 assists. Beat by 3. Henderson gets in, but he... Edwards bumped by Rozier, foul by his temper. He's committed a league-high 16 technical fouls. He's already served a 1-game suspension once you pick up your 16th tech. 10 points for Reed. Edwards has to be on his best behavior. Every time he gets a technical from here on in, he'll have to serve a 2-game suspension. Rozier from the top. Got it. 92-89 Miami. Just under 7 minutes left. Operating against the zone. Edwards looking to send it in. Lost it into Nasri. Alexander Walker. Triple. At a dozen points. Minnesota exceeding their average with their 16th made 3 of the night. That ties the game at 92. Here, tough defense by Edwards. Highsmith with 5 on the shot clock. It's Mitchell against McDaniels. Oh, the defense was up to it on that possession. McDaniels cut off. Reed for 3. Long his 10th rebound of the game. Here's Randall. Oh, he had the open 3. Drives in instead and missed it. Incredible. Open 3, passed on it, then missed a layup. We're still tied at 92. 5:46 remaining in the 4th quarter. Adebayo is 25 points in the first 3 quarters. He has not scored yet in the money quarter. 3 to shoot. Bounces off him before dropping away. Nasri. You would figure Anthony Edwards would want to take ownership of the game right at this point. 3 trees overall for him and 17 triples tonight for Minnesota. They lead by 3 with 5 minutes left. Hero. Kaboom.
Tyler Hero, his 4th triple. He's got 22 points.
Well, we got a deadlock game for the 11th time. Reed for 3. Minnesota triples in the game. They lead by 3 again. They're shooting 42% from 3, 50% overall. High-level game. Hero breaks free to the paint, but it continues. McDaniels with 11 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. 3-point Minnesota lead. It's Reed. Back to McDaniels. Reed pump fakes in the corner. Driving on Bam for the hook. Got 7 Minnesota. They're going to want to keep him. He's headed toward free 8, presiding over a 100-95 Minnesota lead. The Timberwolves on an 11-3 run. Miami needs to answer here on the offensive end. 8 on the shot clock. Bam against Anthony Edwards. They bump and grind, and Bam.
There, being able to operate on that block and take his time, get to that turnaround over the left shoulder.
So it's Mitchell, Highsmith, Robinson, Hero, and Adebayo on the floor for the Heat here at crunch time. Nickeil Alexander-Walker shares it with Edwards. He's already got 2 threes in here in the 4th quarter. Alexander-Walker, that was deflected by Hero.
Piece of that one.
Just his 10th block of the season. Great effort defensively for Tyler. Oh, Highsmith lost the ball. Here comes Randall. He got fouled.
Kind of a quiet night here.
20 points and 8 rebounds. And coming off a 25-point, 10 rebound, 9 assist game in their win against Charlotte. That was on Wednesday night. Bam in the lane. Double team. He shoots. He makes the Heat are down by 3 with 2.5 minutes left. Reed penetrates. Bounces off. Bam down with another one. Oh, Heat playing with heart and soul in it. Hero says to Highsmith, go away. Let me do it this way. Robinson setting a screen. Hero trying to get to a free space. 5 to shoot. Bam at the top. Bounced off. And the crowd to Anthony Edwards, his 11th rebound of this game. Well, Minnesota ball with under 2 minutes left. They have a 3-point lead. Bam checking Edwards. Long one. In and out. Rebound to Miami. Heat ball trailing by 3. Need a good shot. There's one. Oh, off the side of the... 102-99 Minnesota with a minute 20 left in this game. Now the Heat need a stop. Edwards guarded by Mitchell. Threw up a wild shot, loose ball. Up by 5.
Yeah, that length is such a...
We're right now. Hand off to Duncan. Got an open 3. Can't get a better shot. 3 from their second best three-point shooter. Well, Minnesota by 5 with 44 seconds left. Loose ball, Bam and Randall in a battle for it, and we need something really unique and special to happen first on this end. They got that. Hero with the steal. And Larson.
This inbound play after he makes the pass coming off Bam.
He's got it. Bam screens for him. Oh, the Heat have had some good looks from Hero and Duncan Robinson here in the closing moments that have not dropped.
Got a foul here, guys. Got a clean look on that last one.
This year 1-10 when they give up 18 threes or more. That's 12 points, but 13 rebounds.
6 assists for the team.
Trying to win their 4th straight game. The 6th spot.
He needed 3 here.
15 seconds left in the game. Mitchell driving. Got free and 4-point lead for Minnesota. Into the backcourt it comes for Anthony Edwards. John, I would say also impressive for John when the Heat win. Hard to win with our 10 points in the league right now. Heat's house, especially with 15 players and coaching staff and the whole basketball operation. Robin into Edwards with his 4th triple of the night. Need 2 to tie, 3 to win. Bam for the win.